Okay, take one thing as a given. As you get older, you're going to have moments where you sit around reflecting on your life. It is inevitable. It is like something that comes over you at a certain age, sort of like adolescence. You don't have a choice. It just begins to happen. So here I am, sitting up, thinking about my life, taking it all in. Also smoking some good weed, which some of you might say, Mario. But as I have pointed out repeatedly, I'm never euphoric. I don't get the munchies, so the marijuana is not a big issue. Some people, if you want to fixate on that, okay. But to me, it's like sitting around having a glass of wine or something. Doesn't really shape the interaction, but so be it. But I'm sitting around thinking about my life. Now, I've read a bunch of stuff that talks about when you think back on your life, if you're happy, then you are blessed. And I want you all to know that I'm thinking about my life as a physician, and I had a great medical career, you guys. Absolutely great. Worked my ass off as a pediatric resident at LA County, then became chief resident. I ran the ICU at LA County as faculty, just taking care of some of the worst medical diseases in children you ever see. Still, I'm one of the most experienced around. I'm really an expert at near drowning and a bunch of other horrible things that would affect children. Like I can tell people, I've seen the worst viral diseases in children that you can imagine. When everybody got chicken pox and it went to your brain and you started convulsing 24/7, you came to me. You came to me. When everybody else got a cold and you went into respiratory failure, you came to me. When you were in the wrong place and got shot through the neck as a 2-year-old, after they did the surgeries, you came to me. You came to me. And then I saw a lot of horrible things, if you've ever seen, just things you've never seen. A newborn baby that a grown man had been punching with black eyes and a bloody nose. Infants thrown up against the wall with eggshell fractures of the skull. Cigarette burns that someone took the time to carefully space evenly up the arm, and a 6-year-old's anus that opens up like a flower. They have been doing them so much. I've seen horrible things. Have a PTSD because of it, because there are things that I still see now. In fact, one of my recent complaints was that I've been reliving situations that I handled correctly. And my thing was, I didn't want to relive them. I didn't want to relive the patients. I didn't want to relive the parents. I did everything right. And it seemed like the universe still wanted me to relive it. And I couldn't understand why. It's nice to remember people thanking me, but I don't know if it's worth the memories. That's what I'm saying. When I think of things I did right, you can feel good about being right and the people liking you and caring for you for that, but I don't know if that's worth the memories. See, I'd rather forget things, so I don't remember a lot of things. But I can tell you this. When I look back on my life, I'm so happy. I am so happy. Now, I am. I'm really, the best side was my doctor side. Now, maybe the worst side was, I liked women. Still like women. But I didn't want to rip them off. I wanted them to have a good time. But, I liked women. I matured. In my early years, I wanted to control them because I cared for them so much. And I've been loved by some good women. I have some wonderful women. And I've known some wonderful women. Your first black woman in space, Mae Jemison, was my friend. She came to pick me up in her little MG, Triumph? What were you driving, Mae? I don't remember. I've known some wonderful women. I've had a wonderful life. And so, again, at this moment, I guess what I was feeling compelled to share was the fact that I was sitting up here and I was feeling pretty fucking good. Because I do the social media thing, I often am sharing things that are not so good or not so fun or wonderful, but This time I'm just sharing with you guys that I'm sitting up here smoking some excellent bud. Just excellent bud in abundance. In abundance. And thinking about my life with the cat. And I don't have a woman. And I know what everybody's saying, Mara, you could. Okay. You have to match, your situations have to match your whole thing. Okay. I'm not blaming women. No one's did anything wrong to me. Like I said, I've been loved by some wonderful people. I'm still kind of selfish as a person, you know. It's just a little bit selfish, but anyway, I'm trying to be better, and maybe if I am, God will bless me with a wife. Now you say, Mario, what are you talking about? Okay, so I decided in a prayerful, meditative mood one night, my meditation was like, why don't you ask for a wife? You always ask for a girlfriend. And I was kind of like fucked up by that. You know, it's prayerful, meditative mood. I'm like, that's a good point. I never asked for a wife. I've always, and the universe was talking to me and said, Mara, you prayed for pussy, okay? Excuse the vulgarity of everybody, but you prayed for that. Men pray for sex. Oh, Lord, please, just please, Lord, Father, please, if I could have her. A bunch of men have prayed for sex, okay? But how many of us have prayed for a wife? The right kind of wife. Someone who not someone who's looking to be married, but someone who wants to be my wife. Me, particularly me, not just in general. Because that's the other thing, you know, coming along, you meet women who want to be married, which I'm not faulting that, but that's just not the same as someone who wants to be my wife. My wife. So, anyway, here I am, 66. I'm not going to keep this beard for long, y'all. I'm not. It's too old. It's too old. I won't keep it for long. And then I'll go back in search of, get ready to head to Thailand for a couple months. So I just wanted to share this moment with everybody that this is a happy moment. And not because of the drugs that are infused within my system, but because of prayerful reflection on the joy that has been my life. Mario Hemsley. I did all right. It was kind of fucked up boyfriend at times, but overall, even the women to whom I was a fucked up boyfriend are still my friends. How you like that? You know, so in other words, I wasn't perfect, but you know, people forgave me. Have a good night. Mario Hemsley up here with a good moment, sharing it with my community because you deserve it. Peace.